decided to work on the old ELan. Yeah, it's only -7 out. I wait till the winter time, you know, to start working on my sleds. It seems like every time I plan out to work on a Skidoo or old ELan or something, it's always in the winter. I don't know, it seems like the winter gets the fire under my tail going. So anyways, my back's been bugging me, so, and sitting on this ELan, you usually don't sit on it. I usually ride with one knee generally most of the time, but I'm gonna raise up the seat and build a trapper's box underneath that you open, a toolbox, and basically be raised up on 2x4s underneath. So basically you cut your 2x4s 35.5 inches long, 2 of them, and then your back ones that'll complete the box, and then you just screw it to the from underside, and you can mount your light on the 2x4 frame. But anyways, I'm gonna do that, and I'll show you how to put it together once I get all the pieces of wood cut. Okay, this is part 2 of the ELan trapper's box for under the seat ELan 250 trapper box, seat riser. Okay, so I got a 2x4 and I cut 2 pieces, 2 lengths at 35.5 long, 35.5 inches long, and 2 at 12.5 inches long, and then I made a box. Basically, you know, you just make a box out of a 2x4, rest it down on your tunnel. If you want to get real fancy, you could notch out these little raised spots on the tunnel to make it sit flatter, which I'll probably do with just a rasp. You know, just rasp out some side here a bit, you know, on there, wherever these lines are on the tunnel, these raised parts, so it sits flat. And then I'll just simply take a drill and drill up from underneath on the side here as best as I can. At the back, I'll run a few screws there or whatever, just to attach this box to the frame. And then you get a good piano hinge, I guess you could use, or some hinges that you got or whatever. And you attach it to the seat, and you attach it to the box. And there you go. You know, you got a good toolbox underneath that you can open. You got one hinge on one side, then you just got to make a latch system on this side, like with cords or whatever you want to use, or get technical with it, wherever you want to do it. I'm just going to use bungee cords, I guess, 2, and that's good enough. I redid the seat myself, so it don't look too half bad. Not bad for, I'm not a seamstress. Got an old sewing machine, and I didn't have enough material, so I connected 2 pieces. It's going to be a weak spot there, but maybe I'll run my cord across there, my seat belt. I guess guy could figure out a seat belt type of system, you know, like whatever they used to have on there. But yeah, there you go. There's a ELan trapper's box, seat riser for an ELan. You could probably use that on a lot of sleds that are flat tunneled like that, like the old Olympics or whatever. But you'd have to change the measurements would be different for the box part underneath, because the tunnels are probably bigger than the ELan. So, but it's great. You know, you can put your tools under there. You could just, you know, do a bunch of stuff. Put axes under there if you want. Snare wires, you know, survival supplies, tools. But I'm just gonna, what I have is this, so I'm gonna use this. It's good sturdy hinges from a door, but you can't take the pin out on these. They're I guess they're security hinges, I guess. So I'll make a bugger if I can't get the seat open, but I'm just gonna run cords across it, just hook, like bungee cords, and that'll keep the seat down from moving. So, and the tighter it is, you know, the stronger it's gonna be. So I guess if a guy got technical, he could even run a little piece of wood on this side underneath, attach it to the bottom of the seat just so it locks the seat in place. so it's not moving this way either. So you're not getting no more movement, or even at the back, you know, a strip on each at each end. So that's how I'm going to do my hinges, and just make sure that your hinges sit like that so they can still open. So you're going to be attaching the hinge underneath with some smaller screws, and then some to the side. And that's it. And when you're putting your hinges on, just kind of think now, I guess you could have a third one, but I think that's overkill. But you could do whatever you want. You know, you could just goddamn strap the thing with bungee cords and get it over with. But no, I'm going to put the hinges on and get them all hooked up. But yeah, so there you go. You build a box out of 1 2x4. You cut it at 35, 2 pieces at 35.5 inches long, and 2 at 12.5 inches long. You build a 2x4 box underneath your seat. You attach some hinges to it and your seat. Done. Now you gotta, you know, you'll be able to open the seat. It'll open like this. Put your traps in there, your ice fishing gear, or your axe, your survival kits, your snares, whatever, your tools. You don't have to pack a sleigh then. Maybe even a hot toddy, a little flask, a little Mickey of Southern Comfort to warm you up, because you got a frozen nose and a boot full of ice after a hard day ice fishing. Okay, but anyways, getting off topic here. That's the ELan Trapper Box 2x4. Good design, raises the seat up so your knees aren't up to your neck when you're driving. Yeah, so right on. Take care, folks. I will update this again once it's all completed. I might even paint the box. I don't know. Probably won't. But anyways, I'm not too particular as long as it works. Okay, I got the seat attached, pretty well finished, except for the light hooked up and all that type of jazz. But there you go. That's the ELan 250 Trapper box, or under the seat trapper box, storage box, riser, seat riser, or whatever. So that's how I attached it. Used the bungee cord. There and there. On each side. So you just open it up. It's kind of tight, but I made it a little bit too tight. You can always adjust that after. So you take your cords off. Okay, there you go. Added a strap there so the seat doesn't always open. I should put a piece of chain on this side maybe. And by rights, I should have changed that bottom seat board. It's pretty rotted out, but anyways, I'll do that one day. Now, how I attach the box to the tunnel is, if you look, there's 2 little holes there, right by the tunnel, right in there. And basically, I went up from underneath the track side with screws and washers on the back sides of them. And before I attached this down, the back sides even, I scribed a line here and a line here on each side, on both sides there. Okay, so we know, so you got a scribe mark of this 2x4. And what I did after that was I took a pen, or a pencil or a wrench, I went up to the track like this, and I measured between the window and the edge of the track. Right in the middle of the window and the edge of the track, I put a pencil. Then I came back to my 2 scribe without the box on. Take my 2 scribe marks, right in between where that would rest. I made a dot. I drilled a pilot hole through the tunnel on both sides, that same measurement. And then, see that gives you access to use your drill and basically go up through the window of your tunnel, or through the window of your track, to install this to the tunnel, right? So that was it. So there's 2 holes in there, which is strong enough.